Back. Hello, everybody. Mike from Southern California again, and you're on the mic. So, as some of you probably know, I've been gone for the last couple weeks, basically because I ended up getting sick. Had to fight off the flu and stuff like that. So, you know how that goes. You get sick and kind of puts you out for a while. But now I'm through the flu. Now I'm back to making videos. So on today's episode, of course, I'm just gonna, you know, first off, I'm gonna just do some summary of some stories that have happened over the last couple weeks while I was gone. Just kind of, probably won't go into too much detail, because some of these are a little bit older, you know. And then of course I'll do the my day in each or this day in each history segment as well, and then do the typical closing. So here we go. So first off, stuff that's gone on. My last video, of course, was me. Now my last video was me just telling everybody that I was gonna have to take some time off to recoup from getting sick, but I was a little disappointed because of the fact that week I actually did plan. Obviously, there was some major stuff going on. That Monday, I did talk about my, you can go back to, I think it was episode 151 or something like that. You can go back to that episode to check out, the sharing of my experiences when I went to see Vic at Awesome Collectibles. And then the Tuesday, I did two episodes one day because Monday I just couldn't get to the doing the one episode, and then on Tuesday, of course, did the anime convention preview. So I was planning for that week. Obviously, we had heard about the stuff that had gone down at OhioCon with Amanda Winn-Lee. I'll talk a little bit about that today too, just real quickly though, since it's been kind of a while. Some of the aftermath of both of those events, and then of course, I was going to talk. Initially, I had a plan on a Star Trek Continues review. I will do that tomorrow on tomorrow's video. And then I initially didn't have anything, but then I ended up gonna push back. I was gonna do it on Thursday, but then on the last Thursday before and that was prior my plan. That was my plan prior to me announcing taking the time off. But then I was going to end up pushing it back to Friday because of what happened. Obviously Rocky Johnson's passing. So I'm going to now here. I'm going to just give kind of a quick summation, maybe give some quick thoughts on some of the stuff that's happened over the past couple weeks, just to kind of get myself back into the rhythm and back, and everybody else back into the route and the routine of things. So here we go. So first off, of course, what happened the same weekend of Vic's appearance at Awesome Collectibles out in Bell, California. OhioCon was going on, and as everybody had heard about, there was that infamous roast that was going on where a group of voice actors led by Amanda Winn-Lee decided to take pot shots at Vic. Now, obviously, the idea of a roast is usually meant to be fun, and it's meant to basically be about the people who are there. But Amanda Winn-Lee, along with a handful of others, decided that it would be a good time. With Vic not even being there, mind you, Vic wasn't even there. But let's take some pot shots at Vic. Let's show Vic from halfway across the country how much we hate him, right? You know, call him all these nasty things. She was, of course, joined as I said, by a few others like Rob Mungle, who has his own little skit called the Reverend. Now, many of these people who took pot shots at him, you can say that had maybe some left leaning thought processes there. You know, Yeah, just real brave of you to take pot shots at somebody from halfway across the country. You know, he was having an event that same day out in California, so you figured, yeah, I'm gonna take some pot shots and take advantage of the fact that technically nothing is supposed to be recorded here. Somebody ended up did recording it. We saw some of it. Somebody even said that she may have been drunk, you know, doing it. So, you know, and I'm sure everybody, and I know that a number of people, including Hero Hay and Come Geek Some, all covered this. Basically, I think it's just kind of cowardly on their part. Again, there's not much I can say more. I can't really add more to what everybody else has probably said about it. It's just a cowardly move to do. You know, again, we all know Kick Vic's mentality and their behavior, so it's not like continue to like drag on that. It's just a waste of everybody's time. You know, at this point, just best not to engage them and just you know, yeah, it's just cowardly what they did. Amanda Winn-Lee is a coward. Rob Mungle is a coward. Now, to the credit of four individuals who chose not to partake in the Vic bashing, we know for various reasons. And I want to give the shout outs to, of course, Aaron Dismuke, Mike Centurna class, Jerry Jewell, and Alejandro Saab for being professional and being above this garbage. Of course, everybody knows about Aaron, and I think that's where it all started. Everybody knows about Aaron's relationship with Vic from their time working together on Full Metal Alchemist series. As Aaron was the original voice of the original English voice Alphonse before, of course, he went through puberty and his voice kind of he could no longer do Alphonse's having to be replaced by Maxie Whitehead. Um, but I think everybody remembers Vic's relationship with Aaron. I think it's pretty safe to say that he's not part of Kick Vic. Michael Centurna class. It was Michael Centurna class, Alejandro Saab, and Jerry Jewell. Again, just proving that there are voice actors out there who can be professional and can be class acts. And these are the people we should really be paying attention to. These are the people that we should be asking conventions to have because they understand that it's for the fans. And without the fans, they are nothing. Fans are not for people like, Amanda Winn-Lee or Rob Mungle or anybody from Kickback. They're for the legitimate fans who want to go and see their favorite voice actors. Okay, so moving on from OhioCon, the next kind of big story that came out since, during the time I was gone was, of course, LJ Montano, LJ Montello, aka Lynn J. Hunt, aka everybody's favorite schizoid, the young individual who is a medically diagnosed paranoid schizophrenic, who has admitted to not taking her meds. So anything she comes out of her mouth should be taken with a grain of salt. She's obviously got issues. Um, I know everybody does, but in her case, they're a bit more extreme, than others. Um, Now, I want to report on this because, of course, going back, and I mentioned this, I think, in the video where I talked about, my experiences at the, meeting Vic, and one of the guys I met there, goes by who on online goes by the name Broly the Mighty. Everybody, um, He's a cool guy. I met him. We talked. He got some flack from Montello. Montello was going out of a way trying to contact his boss. As everybody knows, Broly the Mighty is a police officer. You know, so of course LG Montello took it upon herself to try to complain to his superiors. Claiming that he was supporting a predator, child molester, what have you. And of course, the rest of Twitter jumped right along with her, trying to bury this guy. Guy's a cool guy, a good family man, you know, a good cop, somebody who doesn't deserve the crap that Montello, is trying to do to him. But of course, that's the whole thing with SJWs, NPCs, Twitter Puritans, Me Too, whatever you want to call them. Okay, these people are life ruiners. That's all they are. They're so miserable that they have to ruin other people's lives. You know, they're a bunch of pariahs that basically need to be locked in an asylum somewhere and just, tied up with a straitjacket and allowed to bang their head into the padded walls and just leave everybody else alone. Okay, so, again, a nutcase who just obsessed with Vic, who just wants to ruin everybody's life. That's what it basically that part comes down to. And then of course, the last of the things I want to, kind of some of the bigger news stories that came out over the past couple weeks while I was, you know, recouping from the flu. Vic, I think it was last week, came out on his unlocked and now the thing is everybody's saying that he finally said something, but he actually some of the stuff he said even going as far back to the beginning. I think he addressed a lot of this at Bach Anime last year, and then now that his case is in the appeals process, now I guess he was given the go ahead to finally deal with some of the stuff publicly on Unlocked. And of course, one of the key things that came out of that really got noticed quite a bit, he of course flat out denied a lot of things. He mentioned that in the whole situation with Jamie and whether or not he pulled her hair or he was just playing with it. He said that no, he didn't admit to, and he didn't admit to anything. As he put it, he clarified. Okay? He clarified what he did. He didn't pull her hair. He may have played with it, you know. Um, you don't come back 10 years later and say, oh, or not, 8, 9 years later and say, oh yeah, I felt uncomfortable. He assaulted me doing this. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, but basically in that unlocked live stream that Vic pointed out, he was never really attracted to Jamie. I always thought of her as a good friend. And I think we've seen more video evidence to indicate that she was probably more into him than he was into her. And of course, when Vic came out and said that he was not attracted to her, of course, her response on Twitter, and I know Come Geek Some covered this quite a bit. I know SG Sammy's probably covered it a bit, and so did Hero Hey. In fact, Hero Hey got pretty much she went after him. It's like um she's all going she's acting like the Twitter owl as um as Come Geek Some put it. Who? Who? Who are you talking about? Like she got like totally I think totally everybody just knows how she really feels. She got rejected and she was not happy about it. You know, and her whole owl gimmick here is just proof positive that she was more into him than he was into her. But as the saying goes, hell hath no fury, right? Full saying being hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. I guess Jamie's really showing her scorn by jumping on the Vic is a monster bandwagon. That's just, again, just pathetic. Just truly pathetic. You know, when you look at people like Jamie and Monica and Kara Edwards and DC Douglas and Amanda Winn-Lee, uh, a term I'm sure many of you have heard before comes to mind: midlife crisis. Talking about a bunch of 40-year-olds who are, and I know DC Douglas is a bit older. I think he's like 50s, maybe might be 60. But all these people who are basically, you know, all upset about a 56, 57-year-old man. It's like kind of ridiculous. I mean, you almost have to kind of wonder too with Amanda. We have talked a lot. We talked, okay, there was some possible flirtation between Monica and Vic. There was been talk about that where maybe she was into him, maybe they were into each other, and it just didn't work out. You know, we of course we just talked about Jamie. And then I think there's even been some indicator we've talked just recently, even in regards to Kara and Vic. Vic addressed that too about if Kara felt so threatened, why was she upset that she didn't get to sit next to Vic at an autograph table? If she was so scared of Vic, why did she want to be a part of Star Trek Continues? I mean, her behavior betrays, for that matter, all of Kick Vic's behavior betrays what betrays them. In this case, their actions are speaking louder than their words. There seems to be a lot of projection going on there. But but I also kind of get the impression that maybe maybe even in we talked a bit about Monica, we talked about Jamie. I'd almost like to throw the theory out there that maybe on some level, Kara Kara Edwards and Amanda Winn-Lee were also possibly maybe had a thing for Vic on some level, some kind of unrequited thing. I mean, I know Amanda's been married a long time to another voice, and they said that he also got involved in the Vic bashing at OhioCon. Husband being Jason Seeley, who is also a voice actor, kind of got some bit roles with ADV and stuff like that. Jason C. Lee, you know, she's been married to him. I think Kara's also married, but maybe on some level they wanted to be with Vic as well. I know nobody's really thrown that idea out there but I think you can see it more in Kara's case than with and with Amanda. And then in Amanda's case, so I think I think most people would almost have to agree. Maybe she's either got some screws loose or it's just been too high on the grass. Maybe smoking too much grass there to really be thinking clearly. I mean, I think we all know about her little expose with Pen. So that's basically all that's gone on the last couple weeks since I last did a video. So I just wanted to touch upon each of those. This video is getting a good time limit. So with all that, let's go move on to and touch upon this day in each history. So today, of course, is January 30th, 2020. Let's look at some of the things that have happened over the history here. First off, we go to 19 on this date in 1990, 30 years ago. Among the numerous titles that DC of course released on this day, included Volume 2 of Doom Patrol number 30, Going Underground. Number 30, Volume 2 of Doom Patrol went on sale on this date in 1990. as well as Volume 1, issue number 20 of Volume 1 of Starman. So among the numerous other titles as well, number 30 of Volume 2 of Doom Patrol, and number 20 of Volume 1 of Starman. This Starman featured Will Payton Starman. So these stories, of course, were post-crisis stories. So post-crisis on Infinite Earth stories. And I just looked at this. Never mind that. But yeah. So Doom Patrol, Volume 2, Doom Patrol, number 30, and Volume 1, Starman, number 20, went on sale on this date in 1990, along with a number of other PC titles. On this date in 1998, let's see, Shogakukan debuted the Fushigi. So on this date in 1998, the debut of the Fushigi Yugi light novels published by Shogakukan happened. So on this date in 1998, the light novels, for the Fushigi Yugi light novels, published by Shogakukan, debuted on this date in 1998. Let's see now, what else? On this date in 2005, WWE's Royal Rumble happened. Of course, of the three main events, of course, had Batista winning the Royal Rumble on this date, 2005, last eliminating John Cena. Batista, who was the 28th entrant, John Cena, who was the 25th entrant. Batista also on this card. The Raw co-main event was Triple H retaining the World Heavyweight Championship, defeating Randy Orton via pinfall following a pedigree. And then the SmackDown main event was a triple threat match for the WWE Championship in which you had JBL retaining the title against Kurt Angle and Big Show, with him finishing off the match by beating Angle with the clothesline from hell. So that happened like 15 years ago in 2005. And then on this date in 2008, Fly Me to the Moon, which was a Belgian-American CGI animated 3D feature film, was released in Belgium. So on this date in 2008, Fly Me to the Moon was released in Belgium, which was a Belgium-American CG animated 3D feature film. So with all that being said, if you guys want to check the links below, you want to contact me directly, you can do that through my Discord. Check out my Discord, and you're free to, you can join it if you'd like, and you can contact me directly. You can direct message me there, maybe post on the forums. Let me see. Also, as you know, I'm promoting a bunch of different dub companies on there. You guys check those out. Remember, Funimation is not the only game in town. Other dub companies out there that you can support. If you're tired of Funimation's garbage, you're tired of their dominance, you can show your support for the other companies. Give them heads up as well. And as you guys know, I'm also promoting GoFundMe's. As always, guys, never feel like you have to donate. Nobody wants to see you go bankrupt. If it's on your heart to do so, and you have the means to do so, please consider donating. If you've already donated, please consider donating again. And if you're not able to donate, you can still help out the causes by, of course, sharing the links. Because sharing is caring. You never know. Maybe somebody in your even if you can't donate, maybe there's somebody in your circle of friends who might want to. And as always, guys, if you like this content, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. I will generally respond to you. You know, I always love to have the conversations with you, as long as they're, of course, um, respectful, polite, and respectful. Um, so with that, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.